Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mr. Wright's Minecraft. I have continued digging a hole in the ground, and let me tell you, I love it. I love this hole in the ground. It hasn't gotten much bigger since you last saw it, but I have actually, if we venture down into the depths, we have finally hit a cave. So that really messes things up for my OCD, because I had this nice perfect hole. You can always jump up one block, no problems. But then you got this, and it's not going to look pretty, not going to look symmetrical. But just the fact that a cave has been hit makes me feel good, because ever since I've played Minecraft, since the very beginning, I've just wanted to go out and dig a huge hole in the desert. And I finally, it's a thing that I'm doing and started. Still got quite a bit of desert to go. I've only gotten down to level 45, 46, somewhere around there. So still plenty to carve out. Dang. It may not look that fascinating, but it is one of my prouder accomplishments. Speaking of things I've accomplished, I've finally sort of almost all the way completed this. I'll show you what's going on. This, I've sectioned it off into 3 sections here and 2 sections here. Each section has its own resource, so it's very easy to find stuff. This here is the rare stuff, not much of it yet because we haven't gotten down far. This is gravel, I've been using a lot of that. You have the sand, stones. There, yeah, it's empty. Oh hey, it's pig. You have dirt here. I just remembered something. I've been playing on that a lot, and also something I've done, I turned down the brightness. I always had it at 100% before, but I just turned it down. It really makes the game a lot more intense and a lot more pleasing to look at least for me. I kind of ran out of space here, so I decided to make it just double wide instead of keep going. This is the sand. I've got a lot of sand, which has been very nice. A bit of cobble too, because I was running low on that. This is sort of just a little patio for cooking stuff. Got the iron there. Then gold. This I just used to smelt up glass and smooth stone. Actually, I need to make an iron pick. But anyway, I love this hole in the ground. And then this just turned out pretty nice too. Got the canopy of leaves, which is something I hadn't done before, but I really like the look of it, so congrats to me for thinking of that. What am I doing? Building this pick, because stone is very slow. Speaking of tool speed, diamond axe. That's something I'd never done before, but it was well worth it. A good choice. Good choice by me. And I have built a portal so I don't have to walk over here every time. I had to completely rebuild the tower, then I expanded it a little bit too. So it looks a lot nicer. I don't know what more I want to do. It serves its purpose. Gives a nice view out at the hole in the ground. I mean, gosh. I could just stare at this for like a half hour. I'm so proud of it. That is how happy it makes me. But staring at it is not what you want to do, I reckon. So let me show you all the fun I had in the nether. Been a while since I recorded, by the way. A couple weeks at least. And I still have not... Anyway, here's... Oh shoot, it's not on peaceful anymore. It's gonna complicate things in here. Surprised it's not broken yet. I guess I don't really use it in peaceful. Anyway, don't hear any gas. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I recorded. Once summer started and my sister's always home from school, really don't have any time at all to record. What? Where does this go? Does it go somewhere? Apparently I did this sometime. Well, that's pointless. Why did I do that? Huh. I was just trying to dodge gas or something. Well, yeah, don't have a lot of time to record, but I should be able to find enough. My family's actually at an art festival in Columbus presently. But an art festival in Columbus, after I just got home from work on a Friday night, is not something that really interests me. I don't want to go that far, especially after a day's work. But anyway, this is the original building where I thought I would be able to fit all the portals in around the collab area. That was wrong. Here, this is like either here or here. Used to be the original one that would take you to the collab complex west, because I want to put one on the other side of the barn too. This takes you to Collab Heights, and just take my word on it, I don't want to go through them all. And this takes you to the Collab train station. So let's look at that. Oh, look at all the brick. That was so much work to get all that and cook it. I mean, my gosh. Anyway, let's get out of here. Used an iron door so villagers won't be getting into it. When I get villagers over here, and pets keep teleporting around, that has not been fixed in this version of the game. But anyway, look at this. I love the look of the brick and the smooth stone. And we got benches here. It looks kind of empty. I'm not sure quite what I can add, but as it is, I think it's doing good. Here I want to put like signs saying like where the stops are, because this isn't going to be just one place to another. I want to have it connect to a bunch of places, and then I'll have like a map of each location and an item frame below it, so that might help make the room look a little more full. And then I don't know what else I could put up here. And then you come up here and you actually have the train. Here will be the track, fancy redstone torches, make it look, I get the idea. Well, I didn't quite get the idea. I wanted to put this thing in, like those bumpers that'll stop the train if it's out of control, or stop it from going too far. And so I put that in here and put a furnace behind it just to sort of give it that look of a train stopping. But I had to have it open, and I couldn't get a torch on top of this without making it look stupid, so I just put one on the wall. I couldn't really hide it very well, so then I just had the idea to keep placing the torches like, hey, the train's coming, I guess. And it's sort of like they have something like this in the DC Metro I saw when I was on there, when I was there on vacation a few months ago, but they're like in the floor. But as they are, I think that does good. And here you get a nice view of what will be the main street, I suppose, and the next thing I'm building, which I will show you in just a second. This is where the train will go out, obviously. You'll know that I hate when video games don't have bathrooms in them, in their houses. Just a pet peeve of mine. So here's like the bathroom. I love checkered floors in Minecraft. It's just a thing I love a lot. A lot of love for this thing I have. But the light gray and the light blue really, like, I'm not a fashionista or a decorateur, but against these half slabs and the cauldrons with the water in it, man, it looks nice. I tell you, it looks nice. And here are the bathrooms, the toilets. Not really too much to see here, but I suppose toilets are obligatory in a restroom. And it feels kind of cramped and small, kind of rather public-y. And I think like it's not very well lit. Instead of using the whites and the dark gray like I usually do, I think these colors make it seem a bit dirtier, which I like, because train stations are not known for cleanliness. Although I will say that the DC Metro turned out actually pretty nice. It was very clean. Much better than New York, I'm told. There was one thing about this building I hated. Like, if you remember in Co-op Heights, or like over here, I guess I could show you this now pretty much. But what I do with my buildings, I put a foundation and then steps leading up into them. And then I have obviously the building and then the roof part of it. That looks really cool with the moon coming up behind it. I didn't even plan on that. But for this building I unfortunately forgot to do that, so it's one block lower than I would have wanted. But as it is, it does its job, and I didn't want to rebuild it because I had pretty much built the whole thing before I realized that I forgot to put that foundation layer in. But it sort of does give a nice sort of street view instead of being, one block up and looking out. So it turned out alright. I am feeling satisfied with it. So let's go over here and look at what I was building next. Okay, I don't have that. Need some spruce wood. This is something I built on my last stint on the caster server in the village I was working on there. It's a produce store. So let me actually take you in and show you the produce. All I can have in here right now is wheat, unfortunately. Here I'll plant carrots or potatoes, and then on this side will be either carrots or potatoes, whichever I did not plant on that side. Then in these four will be carrots, potatoes, seeds, and wheat. So it will look very nice and will be like an actual store, and it feels a lot more open than the last one I had. And on caster, I went with a similar design, sort of the not really a porch, I'm not sure what you would call it. An awning? Not an awning. Like, I had an open area in front and then you went in, but it was a lot smaller. And this, it looked ugly because the foundation, the stairs, and the roof, they were all cobble. Instead of the spruce wood, I think it is, I used the birch, which is the really, I don't have any, it's the zebra trees, those ones. It was the planks from those, and that against cobble just looked hideous. And it was also a lot smaller. Like, I didn't have these on the side, I only had like 1, 2, 3 blocks here, and then there, and then you had the shelves, and then this was like the back of the wall, so it was real, or the back wall of the shop, so it was like real small. I didn't like it. Anyway, here will be the counter. Apparently there's a thing called nether quartz in the future updates that I just learned about, and you can make stairs out of it, and it makes a very nice looking, what could be a cash register. Then I put like a item frame with a piece of gold, like a gold bar in it, and it'll just be like, you'll understand it's cash register. And here I see I love checkered floors. But I used the light gray and the dark gray instead of white and dark gray like you usually do. So it's more subdued, but it's still noticeable and still fashionable. This is kind of open. I might put a thing here. But anyway, then it goes up top to where the shopkeeper will... Oh, hi guy. Oop, yep, With this... Oh, okay, he came. Yeah, I should have understood that would happen. Aha. Aha. Where are you going? Going to death. Yeah, I was in the process of this when my family told me they were leaving. So, it's not complete. Although, I could slap up some torches just to brighten the place up. That was quite a shot. And, oh, at the top of that, like this part here, the very top, I want to put an item frame with a clock in it. I think that'll look very fancy. But I'll have to change the look of it, because it's only 1 block thick, and like from the front on, that looks fine, but not so much when you look at it from the side. It looks just out of place, so I'll have to redo that, but I will get it looking fancy. And there are holes in the roof here, or in the the roof, because in this version of the game the stairs don't connect when you place them and look fancy, which is a shame. I think I'm going to have to update before the next update comes out. I haven't heard anything about that being imminent, so I have to do that so I can get the item frames, the carrots, the potatoes, because this store is going to use a lot of elements from the future. Anyway, that's this. That's that. You saw the hole in the ground. Out here, yeah, let's do that real quick. There's a thing I wanted to do. Sprint. Why is this not sprinting? Tap tap. Tap tap. Tap tap. Tap tap. Okay, screw it. But yes, there's one more thing I want to do in there that I can do in this version. It's actually, well, let's just get this stuff. I want to put like pumpkins and melons out on the front like that. The front awning porch-ish area. Oh yeah, I can... Have I shown you? I think I have shown the pens already. How full they've gotten. So I finally have a use for all these melons I've built up. I'm not going to be placing that many in there, but just in case I was going to place more than 10. And some pumpkins. This is very intimidating, having all these mobs out when I almost always playing peaceful nowadays. I've probably got enough of the dark green wool to build the greenhouse here. But yeah, I want to place melons and pumpkins. Sprint now for some reason. On the front there, and say like pumpkins 5 nuggets or something, I don't know. But just so it's, since it's a produce store, might as well include all the produce. Oh, what about apples? Nah, just can't really display those. Anyway, just place a few of these out here. Can't really place too many, I guess. And maybe like one as a jack-o'-lantern. So that'll give off even more light, maybe? Wait a minute. Instead of that, I could do that, and its face is hidden. Awesome. I'm a genius at this game. That doesn't look like very many. What's it look like from the street? From the street that looks fine. Maybe if I move this melon over 1. Oh, dang it. And then had another jack-o'-lantern on the edge. Yeah. Or like so. And how does that look? I like it. I like that. Alright. Just make a sign for it. Out of the way. And then we can call it an episode, I guess. I'm trying to keep them shorter. And for this episode, I appear momentarily to have succeeded. So long as this sign making doesn't take an egregiously long amount of time. Gonna move this. Yeah, gonna push this back one. And then the sign be right here. Wait a minute, you can do. Oh, shoot. I believe you can place these diagonal. Yes, okay. Pumpkins slash melons. No, get rid of the slash. Slash is a terrible idea. Melons. No. Spaces. Yeah, yeah. 05. N. Sure, yeah. Can't really see it because for some reason it does that. There we go. And on that note, we'll end this episode. Thank you for watching. And I am still Mr. Wright. And I will see you next time.